what we propose today is that all the countries in our region reconnect to the power grid, and we create the Central Asian supergrid, sort of similar to the likes of the Asia supergrid, I think that many of you have heard about. So we are, the countries that I mentioned, we're all on the grid. It's easy to reconnect to it. The grid is, of course, outdated. It needs modernization. However, based on our conversations with experts, it is cheaper to modernize the infrastructure than to build a new one. The legal framework, the infrastructure, everything exists. There are analogs in the world, such as the Nord Pool, which is a shared electricity exchange system for Scandinavian countries. The grid can be complemented with various power sources. So, for example, renewables can be connected to it, any kinds of sources, really. The grid can be expanded to other countries in the region. And most importantly, what the grid will do is that it will help our countries to collectively manage the problems that we're facing today. It was done before during the Soviet Union. We know that it is possible. All that is lacking is some cooperation and some coordination. Independently, as we saw, we're all facing problems. Together, we can solve it. We have the infrastructure, we have the legal framework, we have similar examples. It was and has been done. Moreover, there could be opportunities for expanding the grid, as I said, to other countries. So, for example, Azerbaijan, as it's called, the bridge between Central Asia and the Caucasus. Azerbaijan has, as a side note, has done a very good job of modernizing its grids, and it's actually a net exporter, and it provides power to Georgia and Turkey, as far as I understand. So perhaps Azerbaijan could also be connected to the grid and supply its resources to us. Maybe Turkmenistan will be interested if it becomes commercially viable. Mongolia has been wanting to connect to the Asia supergrid for a while, maybe geographically a bit difficult, but at least it can be used as an inspiration for Mongolia. So seems like a plausible idea, doesn't it?
Yeah, makes sense.
So what do we need? What do we need? Of course, we first need cooperation among our countries. We need agreement. We need to work together to agree to connect to this grid, to understand that it is our common problem, and independently, we will not be net winners. That's needed. What else is needed? Of course, investments. We need investments. So there has been a lot of talks about this based on our research. So there are various programs. There's a program by the World Bank jointly with EU and the government of Great Britain that wants to solve energy and water problems in Central Asia. USAID has a like an advising project that wants to help Central Asian countries share electricity. Perhaps other development institutions, maybe the Asian Development Bank, Islamic Development Bank. And unfortunately, during our research, we haven't seen much from the US side, but hopefully that can be improved. There's in, I think, 2012, Hillary Clinton, she pushed an initiative to the US government for a PPP, where she was stating that there needs to be some work done towards global water conservation. And she specifically highlighted the problems in Central Asia, saying that it is already leading to conflict between countries, and that this conflict will be used by terrorist organizations. Water scarcity specifically can be used as a weapon. The conflict can be used by terrorist organizations in order to destabilize the region. And she said that one way or another, if there is such destabilization in the region, it will come back to the United States anyway, because the United States will be asked to get involved in this problem. So maybe the US should get involved now before there are problems.